So, I want to talk to you about Real Raw and Authentic and a little bit of like why I started this class and what people can get out of it and just I don't know how it was birthed and stuff like this. For me, this is a place to just show up in wherever you are at. Whether you're low energy, high energy, excited, not feeling good, all this stuff. Because what I've noticed over the years is people don't really want to connect when something's going on, or they're used to somebody saying, "Hi, how are you?" and they're fine. And what I have found in my life is, first of all, the shock that goes across people's faces when they ask me, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm a little tired," or a little overwhelmed, and they just look at me like, wait a second, you can't say that. Your answer is supposed to be fine or good, or great or fabulous or something. Well, you can't be too happy, because if you're too happy, that makes people uncomfortable also. I've found that, like, on my really, really happy days, people are like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm awesome, I'm outrageously great. And people are like, ugh. They're like, oh, well, now I can't share that I've have a horrible day. And it's like, Real, Raw, and Authentic is like bringing all of you to the table. So I bring different practices and different questions and different things to like get people connected, and I find let it flow in a way that there's some structure and there's flow also, because sometimes life isn't this rigid thing like, oh, now we're going to do this and do this, and so I'm pretty much into it, so I just go with the flow of things. But I want to share with you this memory I have, really, really good, probably one of my closest friends years ago. He was supposed to come over, we're supposed to hang out, and he called and he's like, I don't think I'm going to come over. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm just not feeling well. I'm like, are you ill? He's like, no, I'm just in a bad mood. I'm like, well, can't you come over and be in a bad mood? He's like, no. Like, why? Does hanging out mean you always have to be in a good mood? It's like, well, kinda. He's like, I understand why people are always canceling on me now, because when they're in a bad mood, they don't want to connect. I'm like, well, it's your choice. You can choose not to come over, or you can choose to come over, and I can, we can talk about something else. We can talk about what's going on. I can just hold you. You can throw a tantrum on my floor. We can beat pillows together. I don't know. There's any number of things that we can actually do. And he came over and he talked, and we ended up having a sweet time. And at the end of it, he was like, that was really awesome not to be alone through my funk. And yeah, why do we have to be alone in our celebrations or in our funk? We don't have to, It's like I have a group of people that I know when I need to talk about something, I can talk to them, and they don't say anything, they just hold space for it, and it's beautiful. And so Real, Raw, and Authentic, sometimes we're just holding space, sometimes we're being curious and asking questions, sometimes we're listening, and I'm also allowing the group to give feedback. So I'm learning and growing, and the group is coming together and learning and growing, and it's just and evolving. So I hope that gives you some insight on what we're doing. It's all about connecting and being your true, real self, no matter what. And for me, that is a breath of fresh air, because the fine or the pushing down the joy, yeah, doesn't feel good. Yeah, so come sometime. I'd love to have you. Have a beautiful day. Ciao.